Hello again. In this video we will be taking a look at this 20 litre low energy compressor based dehumidifier manufactured by Meaco. And this is actually the bigger brother to the 12 litre version already reviewed in my previous video. And if you want to see that, I'll drop a few links in the description bar below, the iCards and at the end of the video as well. First let's look at the design. In comparison to the smaller 12 litre unit, it isn't quite as cute to look at, but it's not ugly or industrial either. As you can see, it has a smooth, rounded design, a handy tidy away for the power cord when not in use, and considering the large 6 litre water tank, it should look modern and clean wherever you place it in the home. Now let's take a look at the control panel. Again, it's simple, smart and well designed, making it very easy to use. We have on and off. The automatic moving louvre has 3 basic modes: on or open, a wide sweep, or you can set the louvre to a specific angle of your choice simply by pressing the button a third time. Using the up and down toggles you can set target humidity, the timer function, or engage the child lock. With the timer button you can select between 1 to 24 hours by cycling through the options in 1 hour increments. Unlike the smaller 12 litre unit, 2 fan speeds are available, with the high speed being very useful for making inroads into bad problems or drying laundry, with the indicator light making it visually obvious which mode you're in. There's also a timer indicator, the humidity readout display and a bucket full light to show when the tank is full and needs emptying. Lastly, there's a shared dehumidifying and defrost indicator LED that is lit when dehumidifying or flashes when in defrost mode. As for weight, at 12.6 kilos or just under 6 bags of sugar, it's not exactly lightweight, but the handle is very sturdy and the built-in roller casters make pushing it around very easy. In power consumption terms, this is very low at only 255 watts, and for a dehumidifier of this size, especially compared to its competitors, this is going to be very cheap to run, thanks in part to the same sort of energy saving logic control seen in its smaller brother. Like many others these days, it has a built-in humidistat, which is very comprehensive and can be set virtually anywhere between 30 to 80% relative humidity. The dehumidifier will then switch itself on and off, not only to maintain optimal humidity, but also to prevent potential overdrying and therefore wasting energy. As far as noise levels go, at a factory rating of 46 decibels, it is marginally louder than the smaller 12 litre unit with its middle of the road 44 decibels, especially on high fan speed mode. The sound is however fairly constant, without severe pitch changes, so as long as it's not in a bedroom or very close to you, it should blend into the background. You'll also have to keep in mind that this is a whole house dehumidifier for up to 5 bedroom properties, and as of yet I have never seen a truly quiet dehumidifier. Let's have a listen. From a moisture extraction point of view, it's rated at a maximum of 20 litres per day under ideal circumstances, with the inbuilt water tank holding 6 litres at a time. Depending on how bad your humidity is to start with, a normal household may have to empty the tank roughly twice per day until the humidity is under control, and then maybe once per day after that, although a continuous drain point is provided, located behind this tab in case you need it. Easy inspection of the water levels is provided through this see-through port, as long as you bend down and have a look, that is, but it does automatically switch off when full and the bucket full light will flash on the control panel. The water collection tray is easily pulled out like this, has an anti-spill lid as well as a handle for tipping the water away. Of course, wherever there's a fan with a dehumidifier, there's normally a filter, and this is no exception. It's very easy to clean. Simply unclip the filter frame from the rear, remove the filter, and then any dust can be lightly vacuumed or washed away with warm soapy water. The manufacturer does state that the standard dust filter can be replaced by a HEPA filter for better air cleaning. However, this is not supplied, which is a shame, and I think it's a missed opportunity by the manufacturer. As mentioned earlier, this is a compressor-based dehumidifier, so while this will increase economy over a desiccant, it's not suitable for cool locations or houses not heated above 17 degrees centigrade. And if you don't quite understand the difference, please visit the website links at the end of the video or in the description bar where I explain it. Right, let's move on to real-world tests. Now, I won't bore you with the details of the test environment, but for those of you who are interested, you can find a link to a detailed explanation on my website. You can also find the links in the description bar and at the end of the video. I will now run two simple tests. Test 1 will be a 2-hour run on the standard everyday low speed mode. Test 2 will then be another 2-hour run, but this time on the high speed mode. At the end of each test, any water collected will be measured and the drop in humidity noted. The humidity in the lounge now is 65% and the room temperature is 21.1 degrees centigrade. All we have to do now is wait. Well, it's now the halfway stage, so let's take this opportunity to measure the exhaust speed and temperature. But before we do, the lounge temperature is now 21.2 degrees centigrade and the humidity is down to 50%. If I just move this wind speed and temperature gauge close to the exhaust, you can see that the airspeed is fairly constant at around 9 miles per hour and the temperature is hovering at just over 27 degrees C. In visual terms, if I just hold this scarf in front for a second, you can see that it has a fairly gentle waft. Okay, the full 2 hours is over now, and as you can see, the humidity is down to 45% and the lounge temperature has stayed stable at 21.1 degrees centigrade. Let's see how much moisture we've managed to collect in that time. So that's about 520 millilitres or nearly a pint. Not bad for just 2 hours in low power mode. Okay, so let's move on to test number 2. This again will be 2 hours long, but this time on a higher speed setting, which will simply supply an extra 20 watts or so for the higher fan speed. The humidity is now back up to 67% and the temperature is nearly 22 degrees centigrade. We're halfway in again and the humidity is down to 50%. Whilst the temperature has dropped slightly thanks to the sun going behind a cloud. If we test the wind speed now, you can see that it's marginally faster at a nice constant 10 miles per hour, and the exhaust temperature is a respectable 26 degrees even with the slightly higher airspeed. Once again, the tasseled scarf shows the air movement, which is slightly more brisk than before, and it will probably dry any laundry much better than the low speed setting. Okay, so the 2 hours is now over on the very last test. The humidity is down to a very nice 46%, and as you can see the temperature has stayed constant thanks to the clouds not moving. Let's see what we've managed to collect on this final test. So that's around 660 millilitres or roughly 1.2 pints. That's a 25% increase in performance just for running a slightly higher fan speed, which only consumes an extra 20 watts over the quieter but slower low speed setting.